Successful artists fail, but they fail forward, while unsuccessful artists fail and they say, forget it, it didn't work, I'm not famous overnight, I bought your marketing course, or I signed a label and I didn't get rich overnight, I hired the radio promoter, it didn't work out, forget you, this doesn't work, can't take the pressure, I just want to make music in my studio, but I'm broke, I never leave the studio, hired a publicist, you didn't make me famous, it didn't work overnight. And this is the thing. If you want to be successful at music, you got to be committed. All right, you got to be committed. You got to play for the long game. This is a marathon. This is not a sprint. But you've got to, sprint in this marathon, okay? You got to keep running. You got to keep putting gas on the fire. I thought so many times this person was going to make it work for me, or this person, or this person, or this person. But I realized it's an accumulation of all these things and showing up every single day. Showing up every single day to create, to market, to move, do something to move your career forward. But you got to be committed to the long term. And sure, you might fall off for a bit, but then you got to come back and stay the course and stay steady without burning out. Straight up, for these videos that I'm doing on my Smart Music Business channel, and my name's Manifest, by the way. I'm a full-time rock artist. I've toured 22 different countries, have 500,000 monthly listeners on Spotify. I love helping people, love inspiring people. I wanted to commit this year to really invest in my YouTube channel on Smart Music Business and actually Manifest. For Manifest, I'm running YouTube ads like nonstop, okay? And we're posting at least a new video a week, okay? Smart Music Business, I'm committed to try to put a video a day here, all right? And I've kind of missed it a couple of times because it's a lot of freaking work. It's a lot of work. I just dropped my daughter off to school. It's 8:44 in the morning while I'm recording this. Instead of going home and doing all the fancy camera, I realized that you guys just care about value. And as long as I show up and just put in the work, as opposed to, setting up all the cameras, and I'll do that, and I just wanted to switch it up. But I got to be committed. And I could say, oh, well, I missed a day, it's not going to work. It's like, no, I'm getting back on the camera. I'm shooting more videos. I want to be valuable for you guys. And it's the same thing with you. You got to be committed. You got to set a high goal, because even if you miss that goal, at least you'll land a little higher. I think it's Les Brown who says, aim for the moon, because if you miss, you'll land among the stars. And that's the same thing by setting a really big goal for yourself in music. And even if you miss that, at least you were aiming up here and you hit up here. Les Brown also says, the problem isn't that people set goals too high and miss it. It's that they set goals too low and they hit it. You're not putting a big enough expectation on yourself. I think it was Grant Cardone who says, go bigger, go bigger. Crank up the amount of emails that you're sending. Crank up the amount of songs that you're writing. Crank up the amount of collaborations. Crank up the amount of money that you're spending. You know what? I couldn't always afford a Starbucks, okay? I couldn't always afford this drink, okay? And, if you're not spending money on your music every day on Facebook or YouTube ads, but you're drinking a Starbucks, shame on you. Shame on you for saying that, music is really your dream, because it's not. Because you'll spend money on eating out, you'll spend money on clothes, you'll go buy an expensive Kanye West sweater that probably costs $200 and something, and buy some really expensive fashion, but you're not willing to put it in on marketing. This hoodie ain't making me more money in my videos. Nobody cares. I bought it for me, and it's personal satisfaction. It makes me feel good. I like fashion. I like different things, whatever. Sometimes I don't go crazy or whatnot. But you're spending your money on designer this and eating out here, but you make excuses about not putting any money in music marketing. And you're like, oh, I don't know how. Oh, so I won't even buy a course, or I won't learn. We're running YouTube ads, I crush them for music. YouTube ads for entrepreneurs, I don't know it as well as I know Facebook. We spent over $250,000 on Facebook ads for my music, okay? Marketing my music. So that's like dialed in hard. But YouTube, it's not so dialed. So I'm learning it. And I'm making mistakes. But I don't care because I'm moving forward. But this is the problem. Like, you got to be willing to make mistakes. You got to be willing to fail, but fail forward. Don't fall back. Push forward. But you got to stay hungry. So what's one thing that you can do today? Are you going to start a Facebook, Instagram ad? Have you even boosted a post? And if you're going to boost a post, boost your winners. Go back and don't just boost the one that you like. Boost the one that got the most comments, the likes on it, that people say, hey, we like this kind of content. And don't think that just because you're posting every single day that you're moving forward, especially on Instagram and Facebook, all right? Like YouTube, I keyword these specifically. I put certain thumbnails on them. I do certain titles and stuff so I can grow on YouTube. That's different than Instagram. And YouTube pays me, right? Instagram and Facebook ain't ever paid me unless it was through a converted ad where I'm running ads to a sale. Okay? Whether that's getting them to buy my CD, my merch, or maybe I'm giving away my music to build my email list. And oh my gosh, if you have not taken that training, 10x your fan base /100K fans, to show you how to build an email list by running ads. People charge thousands of dollars for that. That's a 5-day challenge I give away for free. Okay? And it'll freaking blow your mind. 10xyourfanbase.com /100K fans. But, don't get discouraged, all right? I could beat myself up saying I'm not shooting enough videos, or I'm not doing enough this, or I'm not doing that. Or I can put in the work. Somebody who I wanted to write a song with, and I needed some help with the chorus, I emailed them, and they didn't get back to me yet, so I waited a few days, and I followed up with them and said, hey, just wanted to see what you're thinking timeline. And the person was like, well, I actually didn't fully understand your last email. Do you want me to rewrite the chorus, or do you just want me to sing what's there? And I was like, well, actually, I wanted you to help rewrite it because I think there's a good chorus there, but I need you to rewrite it, make it stronger. It's good, like it could pound, but I need it to be better, and that's why I'm bringing in you, my man, to bring in the big guns. And he's like, oh, okay, I get it now. And like, if I didn't follow up, weeks could go by. And this is the thing, you let weeks go by and you're not doing anything, and you just think something's gonna happen. I say to my students, everyone, like, if I'm not running an ad 24/7 or something is happening to promote my music, like, actually after this I got to send some emails to some radio stations, because there's people that said, hey Chris, follow up with me on Monday. And it's Monday and I better follow up with them. The squeaky wheel gets the grease. You got to be loud for your career. Not necessarily annoying, but you got to be politely annoying. So I'm going to send some emails out to these specific radio stations, because I keep it really organized, and who I need to follow up with and say, hey, have you heard my song yet? Because it takes sometimes 7 to 12 emails to get a station to add a song or to respond to my email. When most people quit? They quit after the 1 email. Maybe 2, but majority of you send 1 and then you give up. You think that's enough. Well, my friend, you got to be sending a lot more. You got to follow up more. You got to release more songs, more writing sessions. It just takes a lot more effort to get this thing moving. But you know what? It's worth it. It's worth it. If you haven't read my book, Fighter, 5 Keys to Conquering Fear and Reaching Your Dreams, man, get the Audible version so you can hear me speaking it, but just sharing about how you got to go for this dream. It's worth it. Music has been so rewarding. It's changed so many lives, including my own, saving people from suicide, depression, inspiring people, being the life of the party, whatever it is, rocking people's faces off, inspiring people. You have the gift. And so I encourage you, don't just let this gift fall by the wayside. Share it with people. Go to fighterbook.net or go to audible.com, get the audiobook, and just stay inspired. And I want to remind you, a fighter isn't someone who never fails. A fighter is someone who never quits.